Welcome back to my channel. My name is Peyton Hawes, and today we are going to be reviewing Love is Blind Season 8, Episode 11. Let me look. Basically, I am just going to have the show running on my TV. I will not be showing any clips for copyright reasons. I don't even know how other people are doing it because I actually tried to get some clips, and every single device I've tried to get clips from, it blocks me. I can't even screenshot. Rude. Anyway, it's episode 13. All right, episode 13, the weddings. So the last episode, we were left on a cliffhanger where we were waiting to see if Sarah was going to say yes or no at the altar. And I was left on a cliffhanger. So we can roll the clips of what that looked like. I'm sure we were all like that. Anyway, so I liked doing that method where I'm watching it on my TV and I pause it and give my immediate thoughts and reactions. I just felt like my thoughts and feelings came through a little bit more authentically and clearly than they did when I was watching the show beforehand and taking notes. So that's how I'm doing it. If you like this video and this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be updated when I post future uploads. Wow, I can't even talk. And like this video if you do. What else am I supposed to say? Oh, and I do more than just recapping and reviewing shows. I really want to do some more lifestyle content and just stuff in my day-to-day life. So if you want to see that, subscribe. All right, let's get on with the video. We're waiting to see if she's gonna say yes. She said today I can't. Oh no. He literally just asked if they could continue their relationship even though she's saying she can't. And she said we'll see, and that they would talk in front of everybody. I wonder if it's the religion thing. Gotta keep watching. I not see my computer. So basically Sarah said that she doesn't like that Ben is not very curious about things like she is. So we talk about the Black Lives Matter situation, the church's stance on the LGBTQ stuff. She even briefly mentioned something about vaccines, but didn't go into it. It must have been stuff that just didn't make it into the show. But all of these things that she thinks about, that she feels like are important conversations to have, things that impact children and families over time, and that you want to align or at least be with someone who is curious and open-minded. And she just didn't really feel like Ben showed her that even though he may be accepting of those things and even saying that he's open to learning, but not really showing it and not really showing any ounce of curiosity in his life or in these things that were important to Sarah. And he showed compassion for her and understanding for her and acceptance for her, but wasn't showing that level of curiosity about things and about her brain and the way that it works, and wanting to have those conversations, where that is seemingly the missing puzzle piece for her and why she wasn't confident in saying no. And the reason she's not ready to talk about dating or continuing to date is because, are we just going to continue this same cycle and waste all of this time for something that is potentially never going to happen? But this next wedding is Monica and Joey. So Monica is all emotional and she's not so sure what Joey's answer is going to be at the altar. And Joey's talking about all of these reasons he loves Monica, and he's talking with some of the people that he brought to the wedding, and they're asking him questions like, do you feel like you guys align on your values and where you want to go, and saying all these things. And he's saying he's not so sure that Monica's sister, their second interaction with on the show with the photo shoot and all of that, she said that they had her blessing but not her support. I don't remember it going that way, but obviously there's plenty that happens that doesn't end up on the show. And then it cuts to the ladies area where they're getting ready, and Monica's sister is like, I question if you can read people or how well you can read people, which I felt like was kind of a rude thing to say. And Monica's like, I can read people. And she's like, well, just like in high school, you brought some questionable people over here. And she's like, 15 years ago? What are you talking about? And I'm over here like, look, I don't know if Monica's sister has some type of disability or something, but the things that come out of her mouth are so unfiltered that I'm like, do you know how to have a conversation with people so that people like having conversations with you? Because you can have conversations that are completely unfiltered like that and have very few people in your circle for your entire life. Some people want that. Some people don't mind that. But oh my gosh, she's got RBF. She says the rudest things. Anytime she says something nice, it sounds so extremely forced. Regardless of what her intentions are, be kind. I'm not saying everyone deserves kindness, because sometimes I don't think that that's the case in some scenarios, but in most of them, people deserve kindness. I'm just saying. I'm getting really confused because I've been saying throughout all of these review episodes that they feel more like friends to me, at least what they're showing on camera. And Monica's sitting here talking about how she loves him and he's the best man ever and all of this stuff. But now that she's getting asked difficult questions and she's answering them in depth, she's saying he still has emotional walls up. He's not very emotional. He doesn't really tell me how he's feeling in a way that makes me feel like I can trust what he's saying. He's not very touchy-feely or romantic. All of these things, and I'm like, it sounds like you want those things, girl. Dude, Joey came walking into the venue on his longboard. That was pretty cool, if you ask me. Also, the bridesmaids are not carrying flowers, they're carrying plants. Mind you, I love plants, but I don't know that I've seen that before. I was like, did y'all just pick up some grass and start walking around? Not me being judgmental. Ouch. I'm getting sleepy. Oh my gosh, these are just falling off my head. I didn't do my hair today, so what's happening is happening. What was I talking about? No. Monica's getting really emotional because she's not sure if Joey's gonna say yes, and she feels like she doesn't want to say that she's basing her decision off of Joey's answer, but she is, because she wants someone to say, yes, I'm all in and want her. Only thing that I feel like I have to say about that is, wouldn't you think Joey would want that too? Like, if you're not sure and you want to go based off of what he says, I wouldn't want to say yes to somebody who is going to go based off of what I say. So it's really my only thought about that. I do need to point out that they were making jokes that Joey better have at least a single tear and cry when he sees her. And Monica's sister was like, if he doesn't cry, straight to jail, which I actually thought was kind of a funny joke. But we will note, Joey did not cry, at least while she was walking down the aisle. Mind you, she was laughing the entire way, nervously laughing the entire way down the aisle. So, I don't know. I'm feeling, my assumption is that they're not gonna get married, but we shall see. So they just did their vows. They pretty much more Joey than Monica. Monica mentioned something outside of the pods, but Joey's entire vows were thanking her for being on this experience with him, and that being in the pods was crazy, and how wild was it, and it was so fun, and I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anybody else, and just thank you for being on this journey with me. And I'm like, those are not wedding vows. All right, I'm just gonna record my reaction for this part.
Chose to get engaged and spend the rest of your life together based on your feelings and emotional connection. Now is the time to decide.
They have that heartbeat. They're asking Monica first. Dude, Joey looks so nervous or / concerned. Monica's like, dang it, they picked me first. She said, I don't right now.
We're not.
She said it's not 100% right now, and because of that, it's just not right now. Honestly, he seems so relieved. I wonder if he was gonna say that too. Joey said he agrees. He doesn't think he would be ready. Dude, this show just has to freaking pay for all of these weddings for people to say no. Oh my gosh. We just got some really interesting info. So Monica said that Joey never said, I'm 100% all in, it's you. And that's something that she wanted to hear. And she wished this outcome would have been different, but she deserves to be chosen. And I was like, fair. He may have not been 100% in and that it was her. And so, of course, he's not going to say it if he doesn't feel it. Meanwhile, Joey just said that when Monica said that she loved him up at the altar, that was the first time he heard those words from her mouth. She's over here saying she's not getting the words of affirmation from him. Meanwhile, she ain't giving it to him either. I want to scream, but everyone in my house would come running to make sure I'm okay. And I'm not going to be like, sorry, it was a TV show moment. Weird. Now we're on to Virginia and Devin's wedding, and Virginia is very excited, very confident, says that she's very fortunate to have Devin in her life and to have met him how she did, and that this all feels so shocking because it was fast, but it's amazing, and that Devin is everything she didn't know she needed. So she seems very happy and excited and looking forward to this. So Devin is saying he's really excited to marry Virginia. He's lucky to have met someone like her, that she's a very kind, genuine, loving human being, and he was shockingly surprised and happy with her on the outside and how she's also a beautiful woman inside and out, and he loves her smile and her dimples. And is just, now they're doing the whole thing where they're in the separate rooms and all the guys are asking Devin tough questions and all the girls are asking Virginia tough questions, and they're just talking about some of the highs and lows that they've experienced in their relationship thus far. I have not seen any direct spoilers online, but I've been so close to accidentally seeing some that I'm trying to film this as fast as I can. I don't know if they get married. If I hadn't seen some maybe potential spoilers, which I don't know that I would have, I think I would have thought that they were both gonna maybe say yes, and if anyone was gonna say no, it would probably be Devin because of the prenup stuff and maybe politics. But I still felt like they would both probably say yes, and now I feel like I'm not so sure. Devin just said he hasn't been having feelings. Oh, I don't know if I want to marry her. I can't wait, and here we are, and it's actually about to happen, is what he said. I unpaused on accident. Oh my gosh. Devin's niece just came in and laughed like freaking Boo from Monsters Inc. and my heart melted. All the things they're talking about in these getting ready type rooms are all good things. So the Joey and Monica one, and they were saying things that made it sound like they weren't so sure. The Sarah and Ben one, they were saying things that made it sound like they weren't so sure. And now the Devin and Virginia one, they both sound very sure. So I don't know if I was getting teased on the internet, but we shall see. We shall see. Virginia is literally a goddess. She's so beautiful. They do. She's a fairy princess. The shoes, the dress, the cha-chas, the hair. Oh my gosh. And her friends are gorgeous. She's not smiling. I'm wondering if she's trying to block emotion right now or something, because she's not smiling for the first time ever. The girl smiles so much. She just said that she's trying not to cry, so maybe that's what she's doing, because she's walking around. Are ladybugs good luck? They keep finding ladybugs around her. They're saying it's good luck. Is that real? On my wedding day, everyone told me that it was good luck that it was raining, because I guess when you tie the knot and it gets wet, it's like harder to undo. I don't know how I feel about all that stuff, like good luck or bad luck. I don't think I like the bad luck ones because it's just letting out bad vibes, but the good luck ones, no harm done. You're putting out good vibes, so why not? Whether it's real or not. And I feel like whatever you believe could be, so believe good things. Does that make sense? It's not about me. How many times have I said it's not about me through filming the Love is Blind series? A million. All right. They're about to say it, or I do not. Let's see what happens. I feel like they're gonna say yes. Virginia looks so... Her body language is so off. Evan first. He said, I do. She smiled. She said she's just not ready. Her dad just said, what? He was so shocked. Evan's crying. I knew she was starting to look like a wall. She was starting to look emotionless. Oh, if you don't feel like you can say yes, you better say no. I just wasn't getting that from her the entire season. She seemed... There's clips of me saying, if anyone was gonna say no, it might be Devin. But she was all in. Said she loves him. It just felt too fast. So she talked about that conversation they had about politics, and she doesn't know why she feels like she needs to protect him so much. She doesn't know if it's a cultural thing or what it is, but she's made such an effort to protect Devin. And when they would go to have that conversation or conversations like that, she felt like he really didn't want her to push. He'd have a really short answer and the conversation for him was done, and he didn't seem to want her to push. And she said that she didn't feel like the fact that Devin's family votes conservative and hers votes Democratic was a deal breaker. It was the lack of conversation around it. And it felt off-putting to her that he asked if she voted according to her faith in a way that made her feel like voting conservative was voting Christian. She said, I do vote with my faith. And that was off-putting to her. She found out that so-and-so gave them a wedding present that was a check. And his mom was like, oh, you didn't know that this person gave you this check for your wedding present? And she's like, no. And she felt like not hearing that from him made her lack a little trust. Now, I think in a general sense, people could just be like, you haven't even had your wedding yet, you would find out, or maybe he just hadn't told you yet or whatever. But I think considering all we know was very broad, for her to be to the point where she's feeling that way about the check, I'm like, maybe for some reason she had a right to have some concerns about him potentially hiding money from her. I don't know. But she said, if my answer in that moment was not 100% yes, then no way am I gonna say yes. And I'm like, hell yeah, girl. That is something that's hard for me. When I know that a decision that I want to make or I'm going to make is going to hurt people, I second guess so much because I care about people so much. That's hard for me. I can't get into it because I'll get emotional, but I don't want to hurt people. I don't want the choices and decisions I make in my life to hurt people. I don't want that. The problem is so many people are so focused on that and how your decisions impact other people. And while that is important, ultimately, the right decisions for you in your life, in your children and marriage and family are the right choices for you and your life and family and marriage. And that's most important, I think. So I'm sad for Devin, and I'm sad for all the hurt guests and family and confused people. And I'm sure that Virginia is too. This is not a decision where you should be people pleasing. It's not. So I'm proud of her for being able to do that for her. And I can have space to be proud of her in that decision and have space to be sad for those who are hurt and confused in this. Now we have got Daniel and Taylor's wedding. So Daniel and Taylor seem all in. Taylor wrote him a note saying, I'll meet you at the altar, future Mrs. Hastings. All this cute stuff. Daniel told all the guys that they haven't been intimate yet. And they weren't necessarily saying that they were waiting till marriage, but they just ultimately felt like it was the right decision for them. I don't know exactly what he means by that. They didn't definitively say that that's what they were doing, but then they ultimately decided. I don't know what he means by that, but sounds like they're gonna say yes. We'll finally get wedding number 4. Let's get a yes around here. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Wedding number 4. We better get a yes. That's all I'm saying. That was adorable. Daniel sent her a handwritten note too, and his bracelet that she made him in the pods and said to keep it with her so that he is with her throughout the whole day. And she was crying, and I was like, okay, that's actually so cute. These are ice cream jelly beans, by the way. They're decent, and I don't have a lot of sugar right now, and I'm craving sugar, so I'm eating them. Anywho, I'm on the verge of tears over here listening to Danielle and Taylor's vows. So they're definitely getting married. I'll just let this record as either say I do or I don't. The first cute one.
Finances and all the superficial things of the world were not enough. Now is the time for this guy. Love is blind. Will you get married and commit to face life together as husband and wife? Or will you walk away from it? Taylor, you take Daniel to be your husband, to have in the full sickness and in health.
She said I do, people.
Daniel, you take Taylor to be your wife, to have in the full this day forward, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and cherish, till death do you part.
He's gonna say yes.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what I just did. But he said yes, we finally 4 weddings in got someone actually married. First bride and groom kiss. Smoochy smoochy. I should redo my vows with my hubby. I'm so lucky to have my hubby. I'm so lucky. All right, 'twas all for episode 13 of Love is Blind season 8, and I see they already have the reunion up, so I'm gonna go watch that and film my reaction to that one next. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, stay tuned for that. Like this video if you want, if you're interested in content like this or some more lifestyle content that I am gonna start making. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
This is Sparta!
Holy, look at all this damage!